在此感恩佳节，与家人团聚是最令人感到幸福的事。
而对家人的关怀以及对长者的照护，也是每个家庭成员都应该了解的。
美国退休人员协会 AARP 特别制作《照护家人爱的传承》专题影片，要带您了解关心长者与亲人照顾的问题。
一起来看这段非常具有资讯性以及教育性的专题介绍。
Caregiving in America is an important issue to everyone as our population ages. An estimated 42 million Americans, almost 1 in every 5 adults, provide caregiving services to sick, elderly, or disabled family members. Of that group, 2.7 million are Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders. The unpaid care provided by these family members and friends across the nation is equal to $450 billion a year. AARP is focused on raising awareness of the need for caregiving and the plight of caregivers who struggle to balance work, school, and family obligations. AARP is here to help, and the presentation you're about to see showcases the unique needs of our Chinese American caregivers and family members. Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders have a history of caring for their elders, living in multi-generational family groups, and providing care for individuals who have nurtured, taught, and loved them. While each family caregiver's experience is different, we hope that you'll find value in these stories of resilience, of patience, concern, and love that permeates the Asian American and Pacific Islander experience of caregiving. I hope that this presentation will be a catalyst within your family and community to discuss this vitally important issue.
When I was about 20 years old, my family and I unexpectedly became caregivers for my father, auntie, and my 2 grandmothers. I quit my job in Wausau, Wisconsin to move back to Sacramento, California to take care of them. All 4 of them passed away in about a year's time. We scrambled to give them the best care possible, but I know that we could have been better prepared to care. With my experiences as a caregiver, I was curious to learn how others cared for their loved ones.
I want to turn now to MSNBC's Richard Louie, who is actually in Paris.
Good morning, I'm Richard Louie, live in San Bernardino, California.
From Paris to San Bernardino to the Middle East, the unexpected is expected for MSNBC and NBC news anchor Richard Louie. But then, this happened.
He fell down the steps on this step here. He fell on this step, and he fell forward. This is after he drove the car through the garage door and through the back.
Moses.
Instead of a call to travel for breaking news, he received a call to come home to help with his dad.
Can you take me back to how this all started?
When he started to forget like his siblings' names, my aunties and uncles, then we said, there might be something going on. It was determined that there was dementia or Alzheimer's or a mix thereof.
This will be the bedroom, this will be the bathroom.
Richard and his family started taking action from the ground up.
This will be the kitchen, this will be the living room.
They're remodeling the first floor of his childhood home so his dad can live safely.
It is like any other project that you might undertake. It's got all of the things that need to happen
and organizing medical information. With generous support from his manager, Richard changed his work schedule, flying from New York to San Francisco every week. Richard's dad, Stephen, has a regimented daily schedule.
Bread, tuna fish.
A stop for sandwiches, a donut shop, and grocery store. So you're telling me something about the donut shop being special to your family?
Yeah. We used to go there as kids after like a practice or we got good grades.
My mom was born in China, my dad was born in Chinatown, San Francisco. My dad's parents were undocumented immigrants.
Stephen would later become a minister and meet the love of his life.
When he went to True Light Presbyterian in Southern California, that's where he said, ooh, look at that lady over there. Look at that lady.
After having 4 children, Stephen's minister salary wasn't enough to support his family. He later became a postal worker, then social worker, at times getting help from welfare and food stamps. Hard work and family values are something Richard clearly gets from his parents.
His determination and focus
is channeled not only in his career, but also to his family.
Did you ever think that at this time in your life that you would be in a position to be a caregiver for somebody in your family, in this case your dad?
It's not something you think about. It just happens. If you're equipped and you're ready, that's really the question, to learn about it, share it, and then do something about it.
The life lesson?
Well, thanks for watching out for my pops.
Richard says be prepared before life gets sticky.
Thanks, man.
What's up with the gum thing?
I don't know. He didn't chew gum, actually.
Really?
Or, no, he did not. He was not a gum chewer. And so as much as there's a lot of horrible things about certain diseases, I do believe this is sort of like returning to a sort of...
Enlightenment, almost.
Yeah, sort of a core personality, right? The gum is a manifestation of that part of who he is.
It's almost like your ticket to engage.
It was. This disease was a ticket for him to be himself.
Many times, diseases rob us of life while we're still living. But moments like this...
Good to see you too. I love you so much! Love you too.
...can never be taken away.
She's been driving me nuts.
This tiger mom
You go away, okay? Look at her. She can't. You go away.
doesn't follow too far behind her cub. At first glance, you'd think 86-year-old Yim Kim and daughter Elizabeth Chun don't have much in common. They can't even agree on how to use the microwave. But a common bond they do share, the love for their family. Elizabeth, you're one of the most busy retired women I've ever met.
You're right, I am.
So break it down for me.
I have 6 kids, and I have 5 grandkids now.
Both Elizabeth and her mom are sandwiched between generations that need their vital support.
She helps take care of baby William, and I'm trying to have her take care of him and teach her like she taught us.
Both happily gave up their careers to care for their elders and their young.
I come to see my mom practically at least 2 or 3 times a week, and of course I call her every other day. I'm taking care of my mom and my 5 grandkids. It's like I clean their house, do the laundry, and then drive the kids to daycare, pick them up, and have dinner ready for them.
Part of me feels like you love it.
Of course I do. I care for my kids and my mom, and it's something that you're doing that my mom did for me.
You come from many generations of caregivers.
Yes. Yeah, because my mom took care of my grandfather too, and I witnessed that.
Elizabeth's caregiving started in the 8th grade when her dad was diagnosed with leukemia. He died at age 48. While on the job as a video editing teacher, Elizabeth learned the importance of capturing the family's stories before it's too late. After fighting in World War II, Elizabeth's dad went back to China looking for a wife. In the late 40s, the couple immigrated to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and then to San Francisco, California. They would eventually open a couple laundry businesses, and later focused on the business of helping family.
She took care of my kids. It was so noble of her.
The caregiving roles reversed as the kids grew up and mom grew older.
She's always been very healthy. And it's just hard for me to see her sit there and do nothing.
In America, many parents expect kids to be out of the house when they turn 18. In the Asian culture, the verbal I love yous are replaced by, did you eat yet?
That's it. All right.
And remarkably, the unspoken tradition of caregiving is passed on to the young.
We hope to, set examples for William, similar to like what our parents have done for us.
I think it's just important that we continue that kind of tradition, be there for each other.
阿婆開心。
開心。阿能我俾大個心佢哋，佢哋俾翻我。
係啊，係咁啊，
所以
係咪？
而家我好 happy。
For more than 15 years, Lily Lu's job as the AARP historian was centered around storytelling. And her story, eventually, her own story would play a part in the history books.
It was so sudden. Even though I worked at AARP, there were issues that I had always heard about, but then when you live it, it's very, very different.
Lily took a year off of her day job and is now the sole caregiver for her ailing mom, who suffers from a chronic illness. Being an Asian American caregiver, there's a lot of different challenges. There's cultural barriers, generational barriers, language, you name it. What were some of the challenges that you faced?
In the Chinese tradition, the Confucian concept of filial piety, 孝顺. You know, I'll get all this praise from these aunties who are friends of my mother. Oh, your daughter is so 孝顺. You know, we didn't grow up learning about who Confucius was or whatever, but there is this weight of this 孝顺, filial piety, 孝.
And it's unsaid a lot of times.
It just is innate. I think it's, as people say, it's in your DNA. But then you have to think about the issue of being a 21st century woman working in America, dealing with this, and I don't say burden.
The stories of other caregivers has changed her perspective.
I started this journey out as the dragging daughter. D-R-A-G-G-I-N, dragon.
I read that.
I'm dragon, with fatigue, with worry, all the exhaustion. But I want to empower myself with knowledge, with other people's experience, with shared stories, into the dragon daughter.
While every caregiving story may be different, one thing remains the same. Everyone will have to give or receive care someday.
I've been trying to, number one, use the stories to teach people to prepare in advance in a way, and then number two, to share theirs so they're not feeling as isolated.
If you're equipped and you're ready, that's really the question, to learn about it, share it, and then do something about it.
We have to prepare for our own futures. She has me, she has a daughter, but I don't have me.
We want to be able to help AARP. We want to be able to be the resource, the go-to organization that people can really learn about what it is to be a caregiver, caregiving, and also most importantly, the importance of taking care of ourselves as caregivers, because if we're not well, physically, mentally, spiritually, we're not going to be effective in caring for our loved ones.
What they do is for the good, and they're giving back what they got.
While every caregiving story is unique in its own way, there is a single thread that runs through all of these stories and your story, that no matter what, one day we'll have to either give or receive care. Through these stories, I've learned the importance of being prepared to care, capturing the stories while our family members are still alive, and making sure that we as caregivers take care of ourselves. That certainly wasn't the case with my family when the time came, and our hope is that you'll take action now.
感恩佳节适合亲友家人团聚，在这寒冷的天气中，享受亲情友情的温暖。
而在享受温馨时刻的同时，行有余力，也可以将这份幸福送给需要的人。
今天我们回馈与关怀特别报道，提供许多可以捐献爱心以及付出关怀的管道，
也带你了解了在付出爱心的同时，在税务上面也有获得减免的优惠。
希望您有个愉快平安的感恩假期。
我们下次再会。